seen the reactions coming from the ministers in the Maldivian government. How do you react to this? What would be your first reaction? What do we have to say on that, sir?
I think this is very uncalled for, and I think this is a very sad incident, which should not happen actually, because when you are in a elected position, you should not engage as an activist. So you have to be more responsible, and also these degrading remarks towards the global leader, Prime Minister Modi, and as well as racist comments against Indian citizens is not acceptable. So we built our tourism on the basis of tolerance and harmony and friendship and hospitality. So this is not acceptable at any level.
Sir, you being the former tourism minister, and Maldives thrives on tourism. And many of the actors also responded to such the comments which were made from the important portfolio ministers. And even Akshay Kumar said that he's surprised that they are doing this to a country that sends them the maximum number of tourists. Your take on that, sir?
Yes, during my when I was the minister, I welcomed a lot of stars from Bollywood. They engaged with us. They helped us in building Maldives where it is now, as branding Maldives as a luxury tourism destination. And it is very sad that we have come to a situation where they have to comment against us, because they have been our brand ambassadors. Their influence has been immensely helpful, especially after COVID. It has been the Indian tourists which really recovered the Maldives tourism industry, I would say. It's very sad.
The government of Maldives have also issued a statement. They distanced themselves from these statements made by the minister. Are you satisfied with the response the government of Maldives have made, and what would be your take?
No, it was not acceptable. I would say there has to be more strong action to be taken, and also I personally called up to the ministers I know, and they have given me assurance that they will be suspended, and I hope that they will take more action on them, because and I hope they resign themselves as well, because the damage is we cannot even measure it. Already the damage has been done, and we should respond with strong action so that this will not be repeated ever.
How do you look at the relationship right now after the regime change? And earlier it was all friendly, but now after the regime change, the relationship has hit rough waters. But how would you look at this, and what would India mean to Maldives in that regard?
India has always been our neighbor, and we had first India policy as well. And when we were in the government, the same party who is in power at the moment, we signed all those agreements to bring the helicopter in, and even requested to bring in the Doniya. But after losing power in 2019, former President Yamin actually started this anti-India campaign, which is not any kind of reasonable campaign. And I would say that these are diplomatic agreements which has been done. So that India Out campaign has been inherited by President Moise, and there are elements in the party that supports these kind of extreme, I would say, positions. But I would say when you are in power, you have to be more responsible, because you are responsible to the whole nation, and tourism is our main bread and butter, and the whole livelihood of Maldivians depend on it. So India is a key partner in our development as well as tourism. So we have to have more stronger relations. I think if there's any problem, they can settle it diplomatically within the closed doors. They can visit each other. Maldives president should visit India as well as and talk diplomatically to sort out things, so that we don't bring it to the social media and media, so that this becomes very sentimental. So I think 1.5 billion people of India, citizens of India, has been hurt by this racist comments, which is not acceptable. And I ask apologies from all the Indians and Prime Minister Modi himself, as a Maldivian, I think it's very disrespectful, and I think we should condemn it and take stern action and build more relationships so that we can recover from this. Because as we going forward from here, I think with the global economic instability, with the wars going on, I don't think the fragile economy of Maldives and the tourism can withhold this kind of anger from any other neighboring country or in a strong country like India, which is going to reach 5 trillion economy in the next few years. We have to go in hand and also develop ourselves with India hand in hand and try to integrate our economies rather than distancing ourselves.
Because this criticism came after Prime Minister Modi did visit Lakshadweep as well. India did help Maldives during the COVID crisis, and India also, Prime Minister Modi himself being the leader of the global South. Why do you think, sir, that this kind of reaction was generated after Prime Minister Modi's visit?
I think Prime Minister Modi has every right to visit Lakshadweep. It's very beautiful. It's like us, the Maldives Islands. India is blessed with Lakshadweep and Andaman Islands, which I believe that can be developed as luxury tourism like us with access of infrastructure and a lot of resorts. So I think India has every right to develop it, and we should respect that. And then we should try to develop with them so that we have a competing destination within us, so that we also develop within us, so that we can share the rooms, the marketing, and all that, so that we all develop together. I believe that India has every right to develop their beautiful islands. So I think that will also be a good competition for us, so that we also can develop within the region. Because our tourism has come this far, I think we need to innovate ourselves, develop ourselves more, and be more humble, polite, and more inclusive going forward.
Last up would be now after this whole recent tensions we have seen. What would be your expectation now? What should be the way ahead in relationship between India and Maldives? What would be your message for the government in that context?
I um, I believe the Maldives government should take more strong action, and I believe they will, because the stake is high. We need India to develop furthermore, and also to build close relationships so that our tourism and economy can go forward. So I think Maldives president should visit India and also build more relationship with India, as well as sort out all the problems if there is any diplomatically in the closed doors where it has to be sorted out. So
All right.
that's my
All right. So
message.
thank you so much for your time, Ahmed sir, and pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you very much
Thank you
for
so
having me.
much.